we should have creative entities. It does not matter the state of the world, the economy, the collective wealth of the nations. We should have creative entities. These entities do not need to be tied to commerce. These entities you do not need to buy or sell their ideas. You can simply consume their ideas for free. And we can perpetuate their beauty in our own ways, because they do not own beauty. Even as they express it and create it in their own visions, creative entities do not own the creativity they foster. And so we can perform actions in the name of entities. We can become one with the entity by acting in its stead. The pursuit of creativity in your life is a sacred act. It is an act that reminds you that you are still alive. It is an act that reminds you that you still feel, that you are still a sensing being who is awake to the creative energies of the world. And especially in times of duress, it is important that we call upon each other to remind each other that we continue to exist in a sensing way. And that we can communicate through this sensitivity and through this creativity. And in these pockets of creativity, we are freed from our everyday struggle. If you are suffering, if you do not know where to turn or what to do in your life, these pockets of creativity will enable you to envision something different, something beautiful, something that is your own, but that is touched by the minds and the lives of others. And you can share these pockets with the people around you and encourage further creativity in them. It is a chain of being, thinking, feeling, and creating. And we must all participate to remind each other that we exist, that we are alive, and that we can continue to create. Sometimes there are periods of days or weeks or months or maybe even years in which we forget that creating is an option that is always close at hand. Sometimes it feels as if the opportunity to create has entirely passed us by and will not come again. But creativity is always close at hand, and all you have to do is reach out and find it in the dark, and it will bring the light in again. Maybe these steps will be small, maybe these creative acts that you perform will be tiny, minuscule in your day, but simply knowing that it is a possibility, that is the real power. And as you grow, your momentum grows also. So the first act of reaching out and trying again to find this creativity is in some ways the most radical and impactful act that you can make. because it is that act of reaching out in which you are affirming, I believe that I can still be alive, I believe that I can still feel an experience in a new and a new and resonant way. So in these times of trial, of struggle, as we are, you must throw the first stone, kick the first rock down the hill, however you want to think of it. You must reach out and grab something palpable and expressive in whatever way you can. Because in that moment, and in the moments to come in which you continue to do that, and in which those actions reverberate through your world and through your experience, you will know that not only you are alive, but you can always reach that point again, quite easily in fact. No matter how exhausted you are, no matter how far you feel like you have fallen away from this practice of creativity and sensuality, it is always a possibility. It is always available to you. Always. Because as soon as you think one thought about, I could do this, or thinking along these lines of creativity, imagining something that could be, something that you maybe want to do or feel or whatever, you have already begun the process. And little by little you will be able to find your way back to a full capacity of creating, sensing and living. And this is very important for all of us. I realized recently that making artwork or being creative in any way, this is how I experience and process the world. And without it, I'm not fully experiencing or processing what I want to, or how I want to live. So in these periods when I am extremely exhausted or depressed or just not feeling like myself, there is a whole other element missing in which I am not really fully alive or awake to what is going on in the world. And it can be very tough, honestly, like it can be very tough to A, identify that this is what's going on, and then B, to feel like you really have the strength to find your way out of it. But like I said before, it is just a single act, single creative act in whatever way feels most natural to you, that really has the capacity to remind you that you are alive and that you will continue to make creative endeavors and to live and experience fully. And you really just need to take that one first step, and then you will find that you can be awake again to the world without that much extra energy. Also, it does take a little bit, takes you kind of getting to the point where you can acknowledge that this is happening, but after that, little by little, step by step, whatever it is that makes you feel alive and like you have energy to think about other things, whether it's music or walking or running or food or sport or dancing, whatever it is, it's important to bring that back into your life so you can start having these thoughts again. But I just want to finish this by saying, and know you can do it. If you are feeling like you're down or you just haven't been creative in a while, it's that one step and then the next step and then the next step, naturally building upon each other. And know you can do it. I can do it. I have done it. And I encourage you to take the first step. Today or tomorrow, you'll see it will make a difference. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.